Welcome student to lecture 3 of programming in C. Today we will be discussing three things: C character set, tokens, and data types. So first let us pick up the first thing, that is the C character set. C character set comprises of alphabets, from capital A to capital Z and small a to small z. Then comes digits from 0 to 9. We have special characters which includes star sign, question mark, hash symbol, then curly braces. These are the few special characters. Then we have white spaces, which includes like space bar, that is the blank space for which we use the space bar. It is basically the blank space. Then we have vertical tab, and there are so many other things, like we use a /t for a slash for a tab space and a /n for a new line space. So these are the few things which includes the character set of your C language. So we will be using these things in a program of C, which will include capital letters, maybe small letters, maybe digits from 0 to 9. It may include certain special characters like these, and it may include certain things like blank spaces or vertical tabs. So that is your character set. The next is your tokens. The next topic we were discussing is tokens. Now C programming has 5 types of tokens: keywords, identifiers, or we call it as variables, constants, special characters, and operators. Now first let us take keyword. What is a keyword? Keyword basically is a word whose meaning is understood by the compiler of that language. It is a word whose meaning is understood by the compiler of that language. So all the keywords of C will be understood by the compiler of the C language. For example, if I write my name Jaswinder, if I write Jaswinder, the computer won't understand what does Jaswinder means, because it is not the keyword of your language C. But if I write something like int, this means integer. This is the keyword of C because it is understood by the compiler of that language. In the previous lecture we have I have told you that the source code is compiled. So that compiler I'm talking about. So that compiler of that language understands the keywords. So we have almost 32 keywords in your C programming language. We will be learning more keywords as we proceed further. Then the next is identifier या variable. Now what is a variable? Variable is something which changes. Suppose I write x. X is a variable. X is a variable because you can give this any value. I can give value of 1 to x. Maybe I can give value of 2. maybe I give it value 3, maybe I give it a value of 437. So this X can have variable values. So this is a variable. This variable is also referred as identifier. Identifier means the value that is 1 will be identified by X in your computer. 1 की पहचान क्या है? X. 2 कैसे पहचाना जाएगा? X से, because X की वैल्यू कितनी है? 2 और मे बी 3. Then we move on to constant. What is a constant? If I give a value, suppose I give value 3 to X. So X now is a constant whose value is 3. मैंने इसको एक permanent या regular value दे दी है 3. So X is a constant. Special characters includes all the special symbols I've already discussed. Suppose as hash, we have curly bracket, we have simple brackets, we have square brackets, we have semicolon, we have full colon, we have a comma. These are all special characters. Then we have operators. Operator includes so many things. We will be discussing operators in detail. For the time being, I will just explain what is an operator. Operator is something like plus sign, minus, maybe multiplication, and then we have division. These are called operators. So in C programming language, we have got 5 type of tokens: keywords, identifier or variables, constants, special characters, and operators. Now we move further to the third part of this lecture, that is your data types. Now the third part of this lecture, that is your data types. Now what is a data type? Data type means it tells you what type of data is being used. Suppose I talk about 1, 2, 3. These numericals ਜਿਹੜੇ 1 2 3 है ਇਹਨੂੰ ਆਪਾਂ कहने हैं integer data type. ठीक है? If I write something like A, B, C, this is character data type ਜਿਹਦਾ ਨਾਮ ਹੈ char in your C language. If I write something like 1.5, 2.73, this is the float data type. ठीक है? Basic ये हैगे 3. We will be discussing the types of data type in detail just now after I finish this off. But before that, I just want to give you basic idea कि data type की चीज़ ਹੁੰਦੀ है. ठीक है? तो data type ਦੱਸਦੀ ਹੈ कि किस तरीके ਦੀ value ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ stored है. And data type is specified when you declare a variable. Suppose I say a variable x. ਹੁਣ ਜਿਹੜਾ x value ਹੈ, if I say x is of type int, it means x can have value 1, 2, 3, some 1, 2, 3 value. ठीक है? If I say character x, it means x ਦੀ value ਜਾਂ ਤਾਂ a ਹੋ ਸਕਦੀ ਹੈ, b ਹੋ ਸਕਦੀ ਹੈ, c ਹੋ ਸਕਦੀ ਹੈ, ਕੋਈ ਵੀ abcd type value. If I say कि ਜਿਹੜਾ variable x है, it is of the type float, it means x ਦੀ value कोई decimal point या floating point वाली value हो सकती है. X can be 1.5, 2.73, 3.47. So x ਦੀ value points ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਏਗੀ. So this is what is known as data type. X is a variable. I just told you x is a variable or a identifier. X ਦੀ type ਕੀ है? Int है. Int is what? Data type. X is a variable, type is character. X is a variable, type is float. So this gives you the basic idea. Now we move further, which will I will give you a detail of what are different type of data types. Now your C data types can be classified into primary data types, then we have derived data types, and we have user defined data types. ठीक है, प्राइमरी ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ we have void data type, then we have integer data type, we have character data type and float data type. ਜਿਹੜਾ ਮੈਂ ਹੁਣੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ previously example ਕੀਤਾ ਸੀ, int ਨੂੰ ਆਪਾਂ ਲਿਖਦੇ ਹਾਂ int int, character ਨੂੰ char ਲਿਖੀਦਾ, float ਲਈ you write float only, and void means it does not have any value contained in that. ਅੱਗੇ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਲੈਕਚਰਸ ਹੋਰ ਅਟੈਂਡ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਤਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਯੂਸੇਜ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗ ਜਾਏਗੀ void ਦੀ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ. these are the primary data types. primary means basic data types ਜਿਹੜੇ C ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਯੂਜ਼ ਹੋਣਗੇ. ਠੀਕ ਹੈ, next is your derived data types. derived data types ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲੇ ਹੈ arrays, we have functions and we have pointers. ਇਹ ਤਿੰਨ ਮੇਨ ਟੌਪਿਕਸ ਹੈ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਸਿਲੇਬਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ, ਤਿੰਨੋਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਸਿਲੇਬਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਨਕਲੂਡ ਹੈ. ਅਸੀਂ ਡਿਟੇਲ ਡਿਸਕਸ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਐਰੇਜ਼ ਕੀ ਹੁੰਦੀਆਂ, ਫੰਕਸ਼ਨਸ ਕੀ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ, ਪੁਆਇੰਟਰਸ, ਬਿਕੋਜ਼ ਥੀਸ ਆਰ ਨਾਟ ਸਮਾਲ ਟੌਪਿਕਸ. ਇਹ ਸਮਾਲ ਟੌਪਿਕਸ ਨਹੀਂ, ਪੂਰੇ ਡਿਟੇਲਡ ਟੌਪਿਕਸ ਹੈ, ਬਟ ਇਹ ਡਿਰਾਈਵਡ ਡੇਟਾ ਟਾਈਪਸ ਦੀ ਕੈਟਾਗਰੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਹੈ. ਵੀ ਆਰ ਲਰਨਿੰਗ ਦਿਸ ਓਨਲੀ ਨਾਓ ਐਂਡ ਵੀਲ ਬੀ learning in detail all these three topics. ਫਿਰ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਆ ਜਾਂਦੀਆਂ user defined data types. user defined data types ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ structure ਹੈ, which is also part of your syllabus. We have enum, that is enumerations, and then we have union. This is also part of your user defined data types. So basically ਇਸ ਵੇਲੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਸਿਰਫ primary data types ਦਾ ਆਈਡੀਆ ਲੱਗਿਆ ਕਿ ਇੰਟੀਜਰ ਕੀ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ, ਕਰੈਕਟਰ ਕੀ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ, ਫਲੋਟ ਕੀ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ. ਜੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਆ ਤਿੰਨ ਬੇਸਿਕ ਪ੍ਰਾਇਮਰੀ ਡੇਟਾ ਟਾਈਪਸ ਪਤਾ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਬੇਸਿਕ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮਸ ਬਣਾ ਸਕੋਗੇ. ਵੀ ਵਿਲ ਬੀ ਸਟਾਰਟਿੰਗ ਵਿਦ ਬੇਸਿਕ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮਸ ਬਾਏ ਜਸਟ ਹੈਵਿੰਗ ਨੌਲੇਜ ਆਫ ਪ੍ਰਾਇਮਰੀ ਡੇਟਾ ਟਾਈਪ. ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਅਸੀਂ ਡਿਰਾਈਵਡ ਡੇਟਾ ਟਾਈਪਸ ਤੇ ਯੂਜ਼ਰ ਡਿਫਾਈਨਡ ਡੇਟਾ ਟਾਈਪਸ ਨੂੰ ਡਿਟੇਲ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਅੱਗੇ ਕੰਟੀਨਿਊ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ. ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ.